Hello students, good morning. Hope you are doing good. Okay, in previous class we learnt about characteristics of wool, animals that yield wool, types of sheep, selective breeding and some Indian breeds of sheep and their uses and the state where they are found, right? So in this class we are going to know more about the production of wool, that is steps involved in the production of wool, and then story of silk and so on. Learning objectives: wool, processing of wool, shearing, scouring, grading, carding, spinning, dyeing, knitting. This is nothing but the steps involved in the processing of wool. Then mind map and the story of silk, like when and where was the silk discovered. Okay. The hair of the animals that we get wool from has to be passed through many stages, children, before it can be used to make a woolen garment. Okay. So let us study the process by which wool is obtained from sheep, like one by one. Okay, first step is shearing. As you can view the image, what is shearing? Okay, shearing is nothing but the process of removing of fleece along with the thin uppermost of layer of the skin. Okay, so first the fleece is removed from the body of the sheep, and machines is also used for this purpose. The process of removing the fleece of the sheep from its body with the help of machines or using large razors is called shearing. And shearing does not hurt the sheep. Okay. This is because the uppermost layer of the sheep's skin is dead. Usually hair is removed during the hot weather. This enables the sheep to survive without the protective coat of the hair. Shearing is normally done twice a year, but in some areas it is done thrice a year also. So the next step is scouring. The sheep's sheared skin with hair is washed thoroughly in tanks. And this step is undertaken. Why? Because to remove grease, dust and dirt. And this process is called as scouring. So now you came to know about what is scouring. Yes, the process of washing the sheared fleece with soap water to remove dust, dirt and grease is known as scouring. Yes, even machines are also used to do this. Next, the washed hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated or sorted. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hairs. So separating the fleece based on the quality of fibers is called grading. The wool from the shoulders and sides of the sheep are of best quality and are generally used to make clothing. Then the wool from the hind legs of the sheep is used to make carpets and rugs. Okay. So the next step is carding. The washed and graded wool is straightened and passed through a machine. The machine lays the fibers parallel to each other so that they can be easily spun into yarn. Residual dirt and other matter sticking to the fibers are also removed at this stage. Okay, the next step is spinning. The clean fibers are spun into a long thread called yarn, and this can be done by hand or by using machines. Next step is dyeing. The fibers are dyed in any desired colors. Since wool can be dyed easily, this process can be done at any stage. And the process of adding color to fibers, yarns and fabrics is called dyeing. Knitting. Knitting is one of the preferred methods to make woolen yarn into cloth. That is called as knitting. And this is done by knotting loops of woolen yarn using knitting needles or by using a knitting machine. So students, here is an image of production of wool. Okay, we already know that we get wool from many animals like sheep, goat, camel and rabbits. And not only that, we also get wool from yaks, llama and alpacas. So we get Kashmiri wool from Kashmir goat, and mohair wool is obtained from the fleece of Angora goats. Then Angora wool is obtained from Angora rabbits, and camel wool, obviously it is obtained from the camel. Then we get alpaca fiber from the hair of the alpaca. It is a member of the camel family in South America, and this fiber is lightweight and strong. So students, here is a mind map regarding the processing fibers into wool. Just note down in your classwork, students. So students, here is a small recap of processing fibers into wool. So just read this, students. Okay, so next let us learn about silk. Students, we already know that silk is an animal fiber and we get silk from the silkworm. Okay, so here is a story of discovery of silk. Watch it, students.
Silk is one of the most prized fabrics in the world. Most people love to wear silk apparels on special and auspicious occasions. Silk is obtained from silkworms, which are cultured on commercial scale to obtain silk. But have you ever wondered that how this fiber was discovered 5,000 years back by the mankind? According to an old Chinese legend, silk was discovered by a Chinese empress. She found some white worms eating up the leaves of the mulberry trees in her garden. She noticed that worms were spinning shiny cocoons around them. She collected some of those cocoons. Accidentally, one of the cocoons dropped into her cup of tea. She noticed that the cocoon was actually made from a long thread that was both strong and soft. In this way, the fiber of silk was discovered, but Chinese guarded the secret of silk for over 1,000 years. Afterwards, traders and travelers introduced silk to various parts of the world. Silk was introduced in India about 1900 years ago. The story of its introduction is related to a Chinese princess who married an Indian prince. She was very fond of silk fabric and therefore She brought silkworm eggs to India in her headdress and fed them with the leaves of Indian mulberry trees, initiating the silk production in India. Currently, world's production of silk is estimated to be around 1,25,000 metric tons per year. China holds top position with production of about 80% of the world's silk. India is also a leading producer, accounting for 10% of the world production. India is the world's second largest producer and consumer of silk and its products.
So students, here is an activity based on discovery of silk. So I have given you the questions like write the importance of silk, when and where was silk discovered, and short notes on silk. So answer for these questions should be written in any previous year notebook. Okay. So in the next class we will discuss about life cycle of a silk moth and production of silk, sericulture, health hazards of workers in the sericulture industry. Okay students, just go through the recording once and note down important points. So take care students. Thank you.